If you do not watch the video until the end, you may miss the full method used to build longer English sentences. Today, I'm going to say one long English sentence. A sentence made of small phrases. A sentence that sounds natural in spoken English but may look difficult to fast. And then, by the end of this video, you will clearly understand how this long sentences bridge step by step. I am learning English every day at home with full focus and strong motivations to improve my speaking skills. Now, do not worry of this sentence long or confusing because by watching this video till the end, you will learn how to build sentences like this easily, naturally, and without memorizing grammar rules. To build English sentences correctly, the first and the most important step is to understand the basic sentence pattern. Every sentence English sentence follows one main pattern: subject plus verb plus information. The subject tells us who is doing the action. The verb tells us what action is happening. The information tells us more detail about the action. For example, in the sentence, I learn English. I is the subject, learn is the verb, and English is the information. This is the complete and correct English sentence. Now, it is very important to understand that if you can break one correct simple sentence, you can break hundreds or even thousands of sentences by changing only one part of this. Let's take the sample sentence, I learn English. If we change the subject, the sentence becomes, she learns English or they learn English. If we change the information, the sentence becomes, I learn English online or I learn English every day. So the structure stays the same, but the meaning changes. Now let's move to the most important part of this video, which is making sentences longer by adding phrases. A phrase is a group of words that gives extra information, but it does not change the basic structures of sentence. First, we start with a very short sentence. I learn English. Now we add a short phrase that is the time. I learn English every day. The sentence is now longer, but the base stays the same. Next, we add a phrase that phrase. I learn English every day at home. Now we add a phrase that tells method or way. I learn English every day at home by watching videos. Next, we add a phrase that tells purpose. I learn English every day at home by watching videos to improve my speaking skills. You can see that we did not change the subject or the verb. We only added short phrases one by one. This is the key to building long and natural English sentences. You do not need to think of long sentences at once. You only need to start with a short sentence and then add small phrases step by step. Let's look at another example. Start with a simple sentence. She walks. Now add the phrase for place. She was in an office. Now add the phrase for time. She was in an office during the day. Now add the phrase for reason. She was in an office during the day to support her family. This is how short sentences grow and longer, meaningful sentences. Let's look at another example. The train arrived. Now we add a phrase to take place. The train arrived at the station. Next, we add a phrase that tells time. The train arrived at the station early in the morning. Now we add a phrase that tells manner. The train arrived at the station early in the morning without any delay. Next, we add a phrase that tells reason. The train arrived at the station early in the morning without any delay because the weather was clear. Finally, we add a phrase that gives extra detail. The train arrived at the station early in the morning without any delay because the weather was clear and the trucks were empty. This example shows that we do not change the basic sentence. We only add short phrases to give more information and make the sentence longer and clearer. Now remember one very important rule. In English, phrases usually comes after the main sentence, not before it. First comes the subject, then the verb, then the main information. After that, we add phrases. If you follow this order, your sentences will always sound clear and natural. To practice this skill, you should follow a very simple method. First, say one short sentence. Second, ask yourself small questions like when, where, how, why. Each answer becomes a phrase, and each phrase makes your sentence longer and clearer. By using this method, you can speak longer sentences without fear, without confusion, and without stopping. So remember, English sentence reading is not about memorizing grammar rules. It is about understanding patterns and adding information step by step. If you master one sentence, you can create thousands of sentences. If you learn how to add phrases, you can speak longer and more fluent English. Keep practicing short sentences fast, and then slowly break them into longer sentences. And very soon, you will notice that your spoken English becomes clearer, stronger, and more confident.